The NFL loves to sell itself as the ultimate meritocracy. The best rise, the weak fall. Championships are earned, not stolen. But if that were true, the league wouldn't be haunted by a century of whispered deals, hidden cameras, rigged fields, illegal payments, miracle recoveries, and scandals so big, the league itself tried to bury them. What fans see on Sundays is only the polished version. Behind the curtain, the NFL has always been a battlefield where rules are treated like suggestions, not laws, and the teams willing to cross the line are usually the ones holding the trophies. Long before Deflategate, Spygate, bounties, or steroid suspensions ever made headlines, pro football was already playing dirty. In the early 1900s, the sport was basically the Wild West. Teams hired college players under fake names. Rosters were padded with ringers, and championships were won by whoever could cheat without getting caught. The Green Bay Packers were literally kicked out of the league for weight, using college kids under aliases. The Chicago Cardinals once used high school players to steal a title. Coaches made up rules as they went along. It wasn't even really football yet. It was organized chaos with a scoreboard. Then in 1946, everything changed when one man decided winning mattered more than anything else. His name was Paul Brown, and he didn't just coach football. He reinvented it. He created the modern playbook. He introduced the 40-yard dash. He invented film study, quarterback pockets, draw plays, even face masks. But while the league still operated like a backyard brawl, Brown ran his team like a military operation. And if there was one thing the military understood, it was espionage. Brown sent fake reporters to spy on opposing practices. He had assistants climb telephone poles with binoculars. He swept his own locker room for listening devices while giving halftime speeches. It was paranoia mixed with brilliance, and it worked. His Cleveland Browns became unstoppable, dominating the rival league so hard that when the NFL finally absorbed it, Brown's team walked in and won the championship immediately. The message was clear. Cheating plus genius was a deadly combination. Then Brown crossed a line that scared even the NFL. He secretly built helmet-to-sideline communication decades before the league allowed it. Quarterbacks received plays through hidden radios like they were soldiers in a war zone. Sometimes the signal even got hijacked by taxi companies. But when it worked, Cleveland had an advantage no one else could touch. Eventually, rival teams intercepted the signals, exposed the system, and the NFL banned helmet communication for almost 40 years. But by then, the damage was done. Paul Brown had proven one thing: if you bend the rules far enough, you change the game. That mentality spread. By the 1960s, cheating wasn't just coming from teams anymore. It came from fans too. During a Patriots game, a fan literally ran onto the field and knocked down a game-winning pass. Officials pretended it didn't happen. New England won. No replay, no do-over, just a shrug and move on. That moment alone told every franchise exactly how serious the league was about enforcing fairness. Then came Stickum, a grip-enhancing glue so powerful it could practically make footballs stick to your hands. Most teams used it lightly. The Raiders bathed in it. Their players were so sticky teammates couldn't even shake hands without peeling apart afterward. And under their owner, Al Davis, cheating wasn't frowned upon. It was encouraged. Davis believed in one thing: just win, baby. And if that meant bugging locker rooms, tampering with stadium conditions, or turning pads into weapons, so be it. Raiders trainers wrapped players' arms in plaster and tape, turning them into clubs. Opponents weren't getting tackled. They were getting bludgeoned. It was brutal. It was dangerous. And it was effective. The Raiders built a dynasty out of intimidation and dirty tricks. Their greatest rivals, the Steelers, eventually decided to fight fire with fire. In the 1976 AFC Championship, Pittsburgh's field mysteriously froze overnight. Raiders receivers couldn't get footing. Their passing game collapsed. Pittsburgh won. Al Davis accused them of sabotaging the turf. The NFL ignored him, because when you cheat long enough, no one believes you when you finally tell the truth. The 1980s only got worse. In 1982, the Patriots ran one of the most ridiculous scams ever. With the field iced over and the game tied, their coach had a prison inmate on work release drive a snowplow straight to the exact spot needed for a field goal. The kicker drilled it. New England won. Everyone knew it was a setup. The commissioner called it unfair, but the result stood. The message again was clear: If you're clever enough, you keep the win. Then came the Broncos. In the late 1990s, Denver wasn't just stacking talent. They were secretly paying stars under the table to get around the salary cap. John Elway and Terrell Davis received hidden deferred payments while the team used the extra cap space to build a super team. They won 2 Super Bowls before the accountants finally caught them. The punishment? A fine and lost draft picks. The championship stayed. By the 2000s, cheating had gone corporate. Patriots quarterback Brad Johnson admitted to having every Super Bowl ball illegally scuffed. Referees admitted to blowing calls that changed championships. And then, in 2007, New England got caught filming opponents' signals from the sidelines, a direct violation of league rules. Bill Belichick was fined, draft picks were stripped, but years later it came out they'd been doing it since 2000. 7 seasons, 3 Super Bowls, all under a cloud that never went away. And when the Patriots were finally under fire, they pivoted and accused the Colts of pumping fake crowd noise into their stadium. The league quietly dropped it. Too much smoke, too much fire. Then the Saints detonated everything. Their bounty program paid players to injure opponents. Not hit, injure. Brett Favre was hunted in the NFC Championship. The audio was horrific. The proof was undeniable. For once, the NFL came down hard. Coaches were banned, picks were taken, the dynasty collapsed. But cheating didn't stop. It just evolved. Players started using steroids, HGH, designer supplements, even deer antler spray. Ray Lewis tore his triceps and somehow returned in record time. Peyton Manning faced HGH accusations that mysteriously disappeared overnight. The Seahawks were riddled with PED suspensions during their title run, and the Patriots, they came back for more with Deflategate, deflating footballs to make them easier to throw and catch. The Wells report confirmed it was more likely than not intentional. Brady was suspended, draft picks were lost, but the rings stayed. Even legends weren't clean. Jerry Rice admitted to using Stickum. Falcons pumped fake noise, refs admitted to blowing calls, coaches admitted to stepping onto the field to interfere with plays. Cheating isn't a glitch in the NFL, it's a feature, and every generation finds a new way to push the line just far enough to win before the rules catch up. Because in the NFL, being better isn't enough. You have to be smarter, sneakier, and sometimes dirtier than everyone else. And that's why the greatest league in the world will always be haunted by the question no one wants to answer. How many championships were really earned, and how many were taken? The NFL didn't fall from grace. It was born in the dirt. From fake players to frozen fields, from spy cameras to steroid cycles, every era found a new way to tilt the game. The league tightens the rules, and teams hunt for the next loophole. Fans argue about ethics. Owners argue about legality. But the truth is simpler than all of that. Cheating is football's shadow. It always has been, and as long as winning means everything, someone will always be willing to cross the line to get there. And that's the real truth about the NFL. It's never been just about talent, heart, or grit. It's always been about who is willing to bend the rules farthest without snapping them in half. From secret cameras to frozen fields, from fake injuries to miracle recoveries, the league has been built as much on deception as it has on touchdowns. Every generation swears it's cleaner than the last, but somehow the scandals just keep getting bigger, louder, and harder to ignore. And maybe that's why we can't look away. Because behind every great dynasty is a question nobody wants answered, and behind every Super Bowl ring is a story that never made the broadcast. If you want more deep dives into the hidden side of sports, the moments they wish you'd forget, and the secrets still buried under the highlights, make sure you hit subscribe and stay right here